This is part one of how to make a mandala, and this is where we're going to lay out the construction lines. So stick around to learn how to do it. If this is your first time to the art project, thanks for clicking on my video. Please hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and please share it on your favorite social media platform. I am going to start making a mandala or mandala. And with my class, this is how we're going to do it. The first thing we're going to do is find the center of this piece of paper. And the way we're going to find the center of this piece of paper is we're going to connect this corner and this corner first. Put my yardstick on that corner, yardstick on this corner. And I'm not going to draw a line all the way across. And I'm going to do this in Sharpie so you can see it on the camera. But you should do it lightly in pencil. I'm going to connect now this corner of the paper and this corner of the paper with my yardstick. Make sure you're on both corners. Now I'm definitely not going to do a big line this time. All I need is enough to know that this is where the middle of the paper is. So now I've found the middle of my paper, and I'm going to use a handmade compass in order to create circles. The way I'm going to create the compass is by using a piece of paper, just a strip of paper like this, and a thumbtack. I'm going to put a hole about right here on the piece of paper, not too close to the edge because I don't want it to rip, but not too far away. This is going to be the center of all of my circles. Now if this is the center of the paper, my largest circle can only be to right there. All the other circles I'm going to put somewhere in between. And I want to have about 6 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives me 5. If I want 6 exactly, I'm going to put another one right there. So now I'm going to put a hole in every one of these dots that I made. This is how my compass is going to work. Just put a little hole in each one. I made a compass earlier like this that I can use with my Sharpie because the tip of it is a little bit bigger. So I'm going to use it instead. This is my center hole. I'm going to put the thumbtack right there. And then I'm going to come up, kind of move this way up this way, put my Sharpie in there and draw a circle. Ooh. Draw a circle. Next hole. There we go. Draw a circle. Into the next hole. Draw a circle. And then in the last one. Well, no such luck. There we go. All right. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 concentric circles. Now, using the radius of the very last circle, which is this one and this one, I'm going to put some marks that divide the outside circle into 6 parts. The circumference of the circle equals 6 of the radiuses. I'm going to put a random spot. That's just my starting point. It can be anywhere on the circle you want it to. I'm going to put my thumbtack right there and my Sharpie through that hole and make a mark. Now this is my next point. Move the center of the circle to that and make another point. So this one was my original one. So now I've got 6 points on my outer circle. Now I want to put 6 more in between these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the center point by lining. I'm going to find the halfway mark here by putting this there and this there. I'm going to mark this corner and I'm going to mark this corner. And now I'm going to fold this in half to find the middle. Here's the middle right here. And then I'm going to mark that. And so that is going to become the middle of those two marks. So here's one mark, here's another mark, that's the middle. Same thing right here. I'm going to line up that mark that I made in this corner right here, and that's the middle of those two marks. Line up that corner and this corner, and that's the mark, middle mark. Then I'm going to take my yardstick again, and I'm going to line up the center with each one of these dots out here. Now, if they line up with the one across from them, that is fantastic. That's exactly what you want. And if it does that, then you can just go ahead and make your mark all the way across the paper. Line up the next one, make sure it lines up with the center. If the center one, if this one and the center one also line up with that one, that's fantastic. That's what you want. And you can make your mark go all the way across. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles divided into 12 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 different sections. And then I can use these as guidelines for my mandala designs. And I made this simple poster. I got this from a YouTube video. I will leave a link down below in my description to show you where I got this information from. But these are just 9 different ways that you can do your mandala, 9 different designs, and variations on those. These are the lines. These are lines with dots at the end of them. These are triangles, triangles with lines in them, triangles with dots in them, or above them, and then triangles with dots inside them. So just variations on 9 different designs, and then I'm going to use those to put inside my circles. It doesn't have to be real fancy. A little simple design repeated goes a long way. So I'm going to use that to start my mandala. Now remember, when you do all of this on your piece of paper, do it in pencil and do it lightly so you can erase it when you need to, because again, these are just guidelines. And I'm going to use these things, and one of the things that I've been using a lot is just the teardrop. I'm going to go along this line all the way up to the top and curve over and back down, so it's like a teardrop, or drop petals, or regular petals extended, and it just ends up looking like a flower in the middle. Now, I love the mandala, and I think it's a great way to learn design, and a great little piece of art. It looks good hanging in your house and so on. But my challenge to the guys out there is to make a mandala that looks manly, a manly mandala, okay? A manly mandala. Going, you can do all kinds of things to this. You can reiterate some of your marks by drawing a shape inside of a shape. And if you mess up on anything, then you can either use that mess up to your advantage, or you can just color the whole thing in a black color so that it sort of erases your mistake. All right, well, that was it. Please watch for part 2 of how to make a mandala, and thanks for watching.